Hey there and welcome back. So this video is going to be about the aileron and the control, the throw of the aileron up and down, or a control throw it's called. Okay, so we're going to test things first off at the high rate. So I've got the radio set on high rates, and I want to see just how far the aileron goes here. So you can see the measuring tool I've got here. It's the Great Planes deflection meter, and you can see that in the completion guide for building details. So if I move the aileron up, by the way, this is the right aileron, so I'm turning to the right and it goes up, and you can see it goes up 3/4 of an inch. Okay, and then if I move it left, it goes down 3/4 of an inch. Okay, and you don't have to be really precise here, just approximately 3/4 of an inch up and down. Now the book calls for the high rate to be 9/16. And so the way I like to do things is I let the 100% be my high rate. Okay, and so I'm going to flip this control down to mid rates. So there's mid rates. And now I want this to be 9/16 up and down. Well, okay, so that's 8/16, and there's 9/16, but it's still going up. So I'm going to reduce the dual rates down far enough to where it'll only go up 9/16. Okay, so that's about 70%, and that looks like 9/16 up and 9/16 down. So instead, remember I said approximately 85% when I first started mid rates. So I'm going to set the mid rates at 70%, and if that's 70% and the low rate for the aileron says 3/8. So I'm going to switch to low rates. And so I'm going to lower that probably to about 50 and see how we do. And so that's 1, 2, 3/8, and it goes up a little higher than 3/8. So I'm going to actually say lower that to say 45. Okay, that's 3/8 up, 3/8 down. Okay, so 3/8. All right, so here we go. So there's 3/8 for low rates. 9/16, which is 1/16 more than a half. And is the mid rate, which the book calls high rate, and my high rate's going to be 3/4. Okay, and we'll try it down this way. Low rates is 3/8, 9/16, and 3/4. Okay, so hope you get to understand how that works. Now I don't need to test on camera both, but I will off camera here move the tool here over to the other side and just make sure it's right. So low rates is what the book recommends. The high rate is what I'm going to use as a mid rate, and I'm hoping when we first test this that my mid rate or their book's high rate will still be good enough to land with, because I like for both myself or a student to be able to do things at mid rates comfortably when they're a good pilot. Low rates are what I prefer for a student to start out with. So I think these are reasonable first starting points for the maiden flight, and we'll see what happens on the maiden flight. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned to the next video for the next control throw.